Wow, look at that view. Perfect for taking a nap, right, Bulbasaur? What is going on? So we are in, what is this? This is day 11 of this job. So this is a little bit larger job than all of our normal jobs, but it's still a fun job because there's a lot that has to be done, a lot of reworking of items that were already here. So I'm going to kind of show you, as you saw in part one, this is part two. As you saw in part one, there was an existing patio here, an existing deck, and they needed more space. Really what happened is they found out that there's a wetlands buffer, which is 100 feet, which you can see the water behind me. And so 100 feet wetland buffer, you can't build inside of that unless you get special permission and use permeable pavers and all kinds of things. Well, they found out that that line actually came a lot closer to the house after the Army Corps of Engineers did a project there to kind of get their bank in back together and keep it from washing away. So when they redid their survey, they found that they actually had like an additional 30 feet in some places. So that's what we're working on here. That's what we're redoing. So you can kind of see these lines right here. This was the original line, kind of came out, kind of squared off, went right across there, went back and squared off over there. Now, they don't make this paver anymore. This is an Eagle Bay Chatham XL paver in Potomac, and they don't make this anymore. And so I kind of ran into a little bit of a challenge, like how do I get this paver to look like it belonged here without redoing the whole thing and making all the new stuff look pointless? So in addition to that, they have another type of paver up here, which this is Techoblock Borealis. So you can see it's kind of like a wood plank paver. So they have this up here, you know, the brick, and the wonderful view and stuff like that, but how do we make it all work? And she did not necessarily like the color of this. So they were actually getting ready to restain it because it's got a little bit more red than she wanted in it. So they're about to restain it, and I said, hold on. How about if we put this chocolate next to it and we redo all the edging around this entire pool in this chocolate? It kind of changes the tone of this color and kind of brings it down, brings out a little bit more of the browns instead of the reds. So that's exactly what we've done. We've cut some curves in here. We've added that chocolate bordering. That chocolate bordering is going to go all the way around the pool. You see we've got more chocolate in here. Now, to keep this kind of theme of this curve going through, we again didn't have that paver, but we wanted something different down in here. So you see that theme kind of just continues right on through with the chocolate border, opens up over here, and we have a different type of paver in here. But this paver here, this 3-piece London cobble, you see we've got it over here, we've got it over there, we've also got it all the way out and running around here. So you can see this is also going to be a chocolate border in through here, and it kind of swoops in and swoops back out. And so this is what we did here. You see this is new pavers right here. These are all new pavers that we stole from over there. And we also stole from over here because when we cut those out, we were able to kind of flip those over and use them here on the opposite side of the curb. So again, we're kind of going for that, hey, this was intended this way from the very, very start. We wanted it to look intentional, purposeful, and not like an afterthought. Because a lot of times what we see is when we add onto a space, so like you see right here, if we were just to do a straight line like this is laid right now, you know, like, hey, this was phase one, this is phase two. So by giving that curve and having these pavers kind of wind in there and wind out, it really, really makes a difference in how it looks. So you see we've got this wall here. We cut it around this shade panel that he built. This is a teak wood, or no, sorry, this is Ipe wood shade panel, really cool. So he's able to open and close it as needed. So we put this wall in right here, added these pavers here. The hot tub is actually going to move out into this space right here. And then here, he's already got a kegerator. So we're actually going to build that into a kitchen. Kitchen's going to come across here, extend across here, and there's going to be like an upper layer right here, like a cake topper around this column. And this will all be a fridge and storage and a nice little cool seating area for people to tuck their chairs in, stools. Just a really interesting kind of setup so that they can sit here, sit along the bar, look out over the view, be under the roof, not be in the rain. So just kind of a cool little add-on that we're doing there. And then we're gonna take a couple boulders, we're gonna add it into the coping here, and we're actually gonna build a waterfall right here as well. He's already got it stubbed up, so we're gonna build a stone waterfall right through there. Now again, this is one of those things where I'm trying to break up the monotony of the space. So I decided to add what I call medallion, you know, to the space, tying in. So this is that same paver that's up there, the Borealis, the Techoblock Borealis. You see we've got a nice circle in here. And this idea is just to kind of make it something interesting, break up the space so we don't have just a ton of pavers just hanging out. They're gonna put a nice like 4-person cedar round table on this space right here. And then kind of a cool kind of concept and continuing like that theme. You see how this wall kind of splits off, but then this wall continues. Just a really cool concept. Now, as we kind of get to the lower layer, this is where the fun really begins. So this is a pizza oven. So this is a Forno Bravo pizza oven. This is a 32-inch inside pizza oven. So you see what we've got here is we actually poured a concrete slab. So this is a fireplace that we use quite often. It's got a concrete slab underneath of it. Really cool setup. So we poured a concrete slab in there. We built our fireplace on top of it. And when we got to this point, kind of the instruction manual is no longer useful, because what we did, let me see if this is still loose so you can see in here. So you see all that concrete in there? There's actually rebar that runs through that concrete. We cut notches all the way through here so that rebar is actually resting on this stone wall. We poured concrete in there, and then we put this foam right here, and this is actually a fire rated foam that kind of keeps the insulation of the heat inside of it. Then we have a sand bed right in there, and then these are actually cooking stones. So you can kind of see up in here. Really cool setup. So there's a door that goes back in here. So when you've got your flame in there, kind of getting it ready, cooking your pizza, whatever, you can put the door on. When you want to let the smoke out, let it out, and then this will kind of exhale out the top of the chimney. Really, really cool setup. Really great kind of flow through there. So this is going to go up another 8 courses. It's going to step in, go up another 4 courses, step in, and then be done. So this is, another 3 courses after that. So it goes up another 5 feet further than where it goes right now, but a really cool wood pizza oven that we're building in. And then those 2 wings that you see right here, so over there and over here, there'll be bar seating on this side, and then there'll actually be storage on that side. And of course, every single bit of this project is going to be lit up, and it is going to be a wonderland. We've got lights in our steps here. We've got lights in our columns. Got lights along this wall here. I mean, there are lights everywhere. There's going to be lights inside of this water feature. A really, really kind of cool setup with all these lights. We still have a few more days here. It's going to end up being a full 3 weeks that we're just working on stonework. But that's just the end of phase 2, because in phase 3, we're getting a lot of landscaping done. We're adding some more water features. We're adding some more trees and stuff like that. So over in this corner right here, this is going to be inside of the fence. This corner right behind me here, that's going to end up being inside of the fence. And there's actually going to be a really cool water feature tucked in that corner, also lit up, also with trees, also with landscaping. And then to finish all that up, the fence that you see right here, which was originally wrapping pretty tight, is going to go around this whole space and stay pretty close so that they don't have any grass inside of the fence. So stay tuned for phase 3. Can't wait to show you what all this looks like.